Hi, my friends, and welcome to another Chit Chat live from East Texas. I am your host, DC. I am so happy you guys are joining me today. I can't wait to get started with you guys. We have a special guest, and I am hoping she'll be able to join us today. We're having some technical issues, amazing world of technology. So before we get started, kind of let's get talking a little bit about it. Today, if you're watching us today and you're in the US, is an amazing day for all of us. President Biden and Congress have finally made Juneteenth, for those of you guys who are aware, a federal holiday, which is amazing. It is the first time in literally since 1983 that the United States has declared a new federal holiday. So this is all sorts of exciting for all of us. This is kind of an amazing day. We are literally commemorating the emancipation of slavery. So this is one of those huge celebrations. The last holiday we had that got officially made into a federal holiday was Martin Luther King. So you can imagine, so over 30 something years we haven't had a holiday. So this is really, really exciting. You should be seeing lots of celebrations out of your community. Definitely lots of posts going on, lots of information getting ready to be published. So kind of something to think about if in the US and kind of wondering what is going on. So this is awesome for us. So today's topic is going to be talking about dreams. That's kind of what we decided to talk about. What are we looking for? How big are your dreams? Are your dreams so big that they scare you? That's kind of the discussion that I wanted to have with you guys today. A little bit informal if our guest is not able to make it. It's fabulous. So I wanted to kind of introduce you a little bit about her just in case, just to give you an idea of who she is. I have the opportunity, so if you're able to watch the podcast, you should be able to catch the interview as well. So you have multiple places you can do it. The fabulous Miss Kari Warberg Block was the person that I got to interview on the podcast, and she's incredible. She's an entrepreneur. She is also the CEO and founder of Earthkind, which is an incredible organization. One of the things that they did is create a different type of kind of products to keep away rodents from farm equipment. So one of the things she talked about is how this vision came about. So if you're watching if you want to go back to the podcast, she was on it a couple of weeks ago, and she now has a book available, which is the reason I wanted to highlight her. So if she joins us, that would be amazing. If not, we will have to catch her another day. She's an extremely busy lady. But one of the things she talked about that I thought was very mind blowing is an idea that came to her. She had done several businesses and she was in a fatal car accident. Literally, she was out for 3 minutes. They had to bring her back, and she was out on her back, couldn't work, couldn't do anything, and trying to figure out what to do with her life, what to do at that moment. We all talked about what happens to us. What happens to us in our lives? Do we get stuck? A lot of the missions that I do is working with clients to help them transition, to help them find what inspires them, to help them live their next best life now, which is the reason we continue to do this program. Is I want to give you some tips. I want to give you some ideas. I want to give you some insights to help you truly get you to the next level. What is it that makes you smile, my friends? So for her, having to transition, she couldn't walk. She had to learn all these things. And the question comes back, what do you do? A lot of the things that we ask ourselves is an idea so big that it scares you? Do you have an idea so incredible, but at the same time, you have no idea how to reach it? You have no idea how to put this together. What is the concepts behind it? How do you get to it? Those are the things I want to talk to you guys about, because I think we're always there. We're always experiencing those moments that these ideas are so big that you're going, what do I do now? So if you've been watching before, one of the things that I kind of say is, what are you dreaming? And are you dreaming? Or are you just going through the motions? Are we sitting in a place in our lives, my friends, that everything just kind of seems to be, I'm a little stuck? Those are the things we're going to think about. So one of the things I found out is, if something scares you and it kind of makes you uncomfortable, then you should go for it. Do it afraid. Remember that. You can do things afraid. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to have all the answers. But you have to make a decision. You have to take a leap of faith. What is it that you want to do? What is it that you would like to follow? What is it that will make you excited again? Sometimes we get so stuck in trying to know every single step, trying to figure out all the things that we're trying to get done. Do we know all this information? And at times we forget. Sometimes it takes a leap of faith. So I'm going to give you kind of my story. I kind of say it before. One of the things I had to learn to do when I decided to start writing is just to take a leap. the writing world, whether you're independent publishing, whether you're going to a traditional publishing, is a whole different world. It's a whole different industry. It's a whole different type of thinking. You have to be aware of, nowadays specifically, taking leaps of faith and putting your stuff out there. It is truly believing that your material, what you're writing, what you're creating, if you're an artist, if you're an entrepreneur, that is actually going to be motivating, that is actually going to change some lives. So here's the thing that I want to ask you. Are you passionate about what you're doing? Are you seriously in love with what you are? Is it contagious? Can people feel it? A lot of the things that my client says is, I love your energy. I love the stuff that you bring to the table. When I meet guests, it's the same thing, because they're always very excited of the fact that I'm passionate about what I do. I'm passionate talking about books. I am passionate about what I'm creating. But if you're not passionate, are people seeing that? Is it coming across? Because your passion has to be something contagious. It's like people who smile all the time. Think about happy people in your world. Those are the people that you just kind of fall in love. You just want to talk to them all the time. You're excited about them because that energy is contagious. What they bring into the table is contagious. What they're doing is contagious. So when you're thinking of your projects, when you're thinking of your dreams, when you're thinking of the things you're trying to do, are you excited about it? Are you physically in love with what you're doing? Or is this something that you're just checking the box? And those are very, very different. Your passion needs to be something that motivates you. It needs to be something that keeps you up at night to some extent. In Think and Grow Rich, and even Paul Martinelli says it a lot. One of the things about your passion, it has to be an all-consuming desire if you're thinking about it. Your passion, yes, your passion is what's going to fuel you. And if you're sitting joining us, or if you're watching the replay, make sure you put some comments in there, because I'll be answering throughout the day. And Derek is correct. Your passion is what fuels your creativity, is what makes it sparks. Your passion and your creativity is also what makes life interesting. It's what gives us something to look forward to. Because think about it. It is very, very easy to get stuck in the rat race. It is super easy, my friends, to truly kind of get stuck in the same pattern. You get up, you go to work, you come home, or you're going to school. It can become very repetitive. Your life can feel, to some extent, as you're stuck. You're always doing the same thing. As adults, our life can become a very vicious cycle if we're not careful. Because we feel we have all these responsibilities, all these things we're supposed to do, which is important. We do. We have tons of this stuff. But sometimes we can fall into the cycle that's all we do. We tend to fall away from the things that made us smile before. We forget the things that made us laugh. We tend to forget, believe it or not, on the things that we were passionate about, which is hard. I have a lot of friends who are in transitions in their lives from being working in the career field to now home, motherling, having a relationship, being all these things. And it's very, very scary, because sometimes they forget to be a partner to their spouses or their friends, or that person in their lives, and they become full mothers. Same thing with fathers or partners. They become so consumed with the concept of taking care of their family that something gives away. It is very, very easy for us to kind of get focused on one thing and forget or lose sight of the entire picture. What makes us happy? What keeps us passionate? What keeps us excited? What are the things that we do that makes us smile every day? And those are the questions that I want you guys to think about. What makes you smile? What keeps you going? What passion? What dream do you have? What is that thing you wanted to do? Recently, I have been approached by several people that said, I want to write. And I'm always excited. You all know I'm a writer and love it with a passion. The next thing they said, which I thought was kind of interesting, is, I don't want to publish. Which is kind of, everybody kind of takes it back. It's like, really? So one of the things I had to realize is every single one of us have a different journey. Every single one of us are in a different transition in our lives. We're in a different place, and our passions come across very differently. I have people that want to write, and they want to put this stuff down. They want to share their words. One of the things they're not trying to do, which is I thought was awesome and beautiful, is they're not interested in publishing. That's not what they're trying to do it for. They want to write it down. They want to write their stories down. They want to share with their families and friends. They want to have something to share with their next generation. They're not interested in actually publishing it. That's not what they're looking for. So when that happens, I have to switch gear, because I'm being hired to coach, mentor, and transition people to a more fulfilling life. That's my love and passion. And I have to make sure that they know that it is okay. Everybody doesn't have to publish. Everybody doesn't have to have a book out there. Everybody doesn't have to put it out to the world. You just have to express yourself how it makes you happy. Is the big you have, is your dream big enough that it scares you? That's what I want you guys to say. That's what I want you guys to think about. What is that dream and is that passion? Do you have a passion to start a new business? What is that business all about? What is it that you would like to do? How is your business, your vision, your goal going to change your life and those around you? So let's be honest, my friends. How is that going to transition? What are you going to do that is going to move you to the next step? It is not always easy. It is not always easy to take those leaps of faith. Because a lot of the times, a couple episodes ago, we talked about fear. We talked about what is holding us back. We talked about, honestly and truly, listening to ourselves, not listening to criticism. So are your dreams big enough? So one of the things I had to do recently, because hey, if I'm going to be sitting here with you and I'm going to be motivating and I'm going to be pushing you, I want you to know that I'm doing this with you, that I'm taking these leaps of faith with you, that I'm believing in your passion. And if I'm going to push you, I'm going to push myself. So I have several projects that I started and has become an adventure of a lifetime. It is kind of scary and traumatizing. So let's just put it out there. New things can be scary. So Sandy Spades was on our show not too long ago. She absolutely motivated. She was joining us and she's kind of got the passion going. So I contacted Sandy because I love her to death. And I said, okay, I'm going to start training. No, I'm not going to be a bodybuilder. So please calm down. We're not going there. I just needed to start training. I wanted to get back in shape. It's been over 15 years since I left the military. And I can honestly say I might be a little bit more round and soft than I like. But I have asked everybody to take a look. To look at your life. Are you passionate what you're doing? Do you live in your dream? And living on dreams means, are we taking care of ourselves? Are we taking care of our bodies? So my new devotion is coming out and I'll talk to you guys about it in a couple next month. So it's Dare to Love, and Dare to Love has an entire chapter about loving ourselves. It has an entire chapter about how we're taking care of the temple. It has an entire chapter about saying, are we taking care of ourselves? So remember, if I'm going to be promoting these things and if I'm going to be encouraging people, am I living that? Am I truly living the principles that I want people to follow? That was huge. That was that question that I had to ask. I am a mentor and a coach. I have a mentor coaches myself. So that was the next step. Am I living that dream? Am I passionate? Am I taking care of my temple? So contacted Sandy. And by the way, if you never had a trainer who's a professional bodybuilder, life has a whole different meaning because she is the most kind and amazing woman I haven't met. But she's also very much like living proof that results works. So first thing she said is, we're going to change your diet. And I went, say what? We're going to do what? So for the last 3 years, for you guys who have been following my journey, I have been really much a very strict vegan. This year, I have been going back and forth. What do I want to do? So she goes, we need to change your diet because we need to build some muscles. And I'm like, muscles? We're going to do what? So as transitions and huge steps and things that are scary have happened, I have joined her for 3 days a week for the last 2 weeks. And day one of week one, can I just tell you, my friends, I was on this mission that I was like, we're going for fine. End of week one, I was just wanting to survive. Like, we forget fine, forget looking, whatever. I was just trying not to die. So you can tell we have finished week 2. And I'm here. I think I have transitioned a diet. We have gone from vegan to vegetarian. I've realized I don't eat enough proteins in my life compared to what Sandy wants. I also realized I might not be as strong as I think I am. So we're dying slowly with 8-pound weights. I don't know how, but it's happening to me. But I have embraced it. I have decided that in order to show you, in order to live the dream, in order to tell you that life is amazing, some of us have to take some huge leaps. Hiring a trainer to honestly kick my butt on a daily basis is insane. I was like, oh my God. But listen, I got a muscle. Okay, not a big muscle, but whatever. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We're getting there. I know, I see. You're just laughing at me. It happens. It's okay. You can give me some love. It has happened. But in order to live that life, in order to dream, in order to be bigger, we have to believe in every single thing we do. We have to be passionate. I cannot tell you to dare to love yourself if I'm not loving myself. I cannot ask you to dream, to be scared and enjoy that life if you're not willing to, hey, get beat up by 8 pound weights for semi muscle. It's not going to happen. So we're going to take those leaps of faith. And by the way, in 6 weeks, I'm going to show you my before and after pictures, so please do not be traumatized. See how this transition happens, because Sandy says we should see some results. Right now, I'm just seeing pain and suffering and pretty much me hurting myself, in case you're wondering. So I see Joy, more muscles than I have. Honey, when you're standing next to Sandy, I don't have enough. I'm just barely surviving, and she's just going, you're doing good. I love the fact that she motivates every single thing. So we're going to love. We're going to love ourselves, and we're going to take a leap of faith. Because the goal, honestly, with us, because in order to see results, in order to understand where we're going, you have to have results. I wanted to have some kind of biceps going, some kind of trims, some kind of muscles. That was the goal. So we're going. She have a before pictures. I'll show you guys. Extremely traumatizing idea, but we will do this because we're in this together, my family. We're going to show you some after pictures. See how this transition happens. So the next thing I did, so that was one. Next thing I did, I've done something that I've never considered doing. That was very, very much outside of my box. It's completely scary. Once again, because remember, if your dreams are not scaring you, they're probably not big enough. If your dreams are not making you a little bit uncomfortable, getting you out of your comfort zone, they're probably very much not where you need to be. So the next thing I decided to do, because I've been talking about it, I have friends who have been doing it, it sounded amazing. We're going to open a Patreon community. For those of you guys who have now aware of Patreon, it is a subscription. It is a family community that people provide sponsorship to you by subscribing to what you do. So after almost a year of talking about it and thinking about it and discussing and talking myself out of it and going back and forth, because that's what we do. Anytime we have a vision, anytime we have a dream, anytime something happens, we talk ourselves out of it. We go back and forth. We come up with the reasons why we can. We come up with all the negatives and some pros, if you're lucky. We come up with all the things that is not going to work out. We come up with all the things and all the solutions why we're not going to make it, why we're going to fail. So, and this is the girl that wrote the devotional Dare to Believe. So if I'm going to write it, then I have to believe it, and then I have to do it. But it was one of those scary pictures because I'm putting myself out there and asking my community to sponsor me, to truly believe in these dreams, to help continue to help programs like this come out, continue to help with the podcast, to help me publish the books, to do all these different projects that I continue to do, that I want to expand, that I want to do bigger, that I want to bring you stuff more, that I want to transform lives, that I want to continue to change people's lives. So I came up with 3 tiers. I have, by the way, really awesome names. They're all book related because I'm that girl. So I have some silver dragons for you guys who've been following me. Another World has a whole bunch of dragons, so homage to my little girl Madison. Then we have the gold warriors, because half of the things that we do is everybody's having a fight at a warrior. And then my last tier is my platinum reapers, because hello guys, reaper girl here is going to be taking this to the next level. So decided to do this. Decided that I was going to go ahead and announce it to the world. By the way, if you're watching the link, there is a link on the description today. So scary, overwhelming, and at the same time, the next step. What do you believe in? Is your vision big enough to believe other people are going to support it? Here's what I had to come to conclusion. I love what I do. I love being here with you guys. I love sharing my stories. By the way, I love telling you this crazy adventure about trying to get in shape. This is where we're at. If I love it, then I want to share it with you guys. If I love this dream, then I have to take a leap. I have to believe that the Lord, the stars, the universe, whatever you want to pull it together, is going to be creating these passions. So in order to take it to the next level, then I need to be able to say, yes, my friends, I'm worth it to take a leap of faith. Are you worth it to do it with me? And what am I going to do? So with the Patreon account, the subscription accounts, it is truly to help us take it to the next level. We're doing a huge membership drive from now to the 24th of July. Anybody who joins at the Reapers Platinum level is going to get this awesome bag that I created, because, by the way, I'm creating things that I didn't think I could. Why? Because my dreams are big. And that's what I wanted us to think about. Are your dreams big enough that you're willing to take the next level? Are your dreams powerful enough that are going to transition to the next step? So Miss Carrie, and I'm so sorry she couldn't be here with us, guys, because you guys will love her. I'll see if we can coordinate it. Miss Carrie wrote a book, The Gathering Around the Round Table. So I'm telling you, if you guys have an opportunity to go back and check out the podcast, you are going to love her. But one of the things she did that I completely changed the way I saw it is, what happens when you hit a place in your life and you're rock bottom? She is in bed. She died. I was like, oh my God, what? She has died. She comes back. She's giving a second chance. What do you do with a second chance? Because here's the thing. We don't have to die to get a second chance. That's one of those drastic things. Death does not have to come upon us for us to have a second chance. Every single day we wake up. Every single day we get up. Every single time the sun comes up, it is our second chance to do something with our lives. It is that opportunity for us to look in the mirror and honestly believe the person there. Tell that person, and I do lots of affirmation exercises in the devotionals. I load depths of information every time I meet them. Can you look at that person in the eye and tell them, I believe in you? Can you look at that person and say, you're talented? Or even better, just make it very personal. Can you look at the person and say, I'm talented, I'm powerful, I'm fearless, I will achieve all things? Can you truly look at yourself? Because we have not been programmed to do these things. We have not been told. We have not been given permission. The first book that I wrote, somebody had to tell me, my spiritual director too, I love, Miss Linda, had to give me permission to say, write the book. I had to be given permission by somebody to say, I believe in you. And my thing was like, what if nobody reads it? And she's like, so what? Write the book. And by the way, I have been blessed beyond words to have made an amazing community. I see Joe, I met her because of these books, and I'm getting ready to go to Houston next month, so I can't wait to see her again. I can't wait to see my Reapers family. But that happened because somebody said, write the book. Somebody gave me permission to let that dream that was so big, so incredibly outside of the realm of my scope, and I get teary-eyed thinking about it, and say, do it. Because if it doesn't scare you, then you're still in your comfort zone. We have been talking about comfort zones, my friends, forever. We have been talking about living safe. We have been talking about doing everything that is supposed to happen, and we're not living that dream. And your dream doesn't have to be writing a book. It doesn't have to be, performing on a stage. It doesn't have to be doing a movie. Your dream might be creating the next best recipe in your house. Your dream might be owning a home. Your dream might be going back to school. Your dream might be getting that promotion. Your dream might be starting a family. Those are powerful dreams that we all have. And sometimes we take them for granted. The dreams doesn't have to be world domination. I have tons of those. It doesn't have to be. Your dreams has to be what stirs in your heart, what stirs in your passion, and truly changes the way you see it. What makes you completely smile? What keeps you up at night? What is that thing that you're sitting there saying, if I could do A, B, and C, I would truly just be happy? And it doesn't have to be something that other people have recognized. It can just be, what is that passion that changes the way you see the world? So for the last 6 weeks, and I haven't shared this with you guys, I haven't shared with everybody, so I'm going to put it out there. For the last 4 to 6 weeks, I have been on this mission, and primarily probably because I'm getting ready to launch this book that I am crazy about. I have been on this mission to say yes. Yes to life. There's a movie that says say yes. It's saying yes to those ideas. It's being open to the universe. It's saying yes to the things that absolutely I am passionate about. And because of that, things have been happening faster than I can keep up with. I have been blessed to be kind of connected on a whole different universal level with artists, which, by the way, I am blown away. I have Chris Wild West, which is amazing. So Chris West is actually working on, and I can kind of drop the hints right now because you guys are going to see it coming up soon. He is doing prints for my intern diaries. I have been dreaming for the last 3 years that I wanted to see my characters drawn. I wanted to see pictures of them. I wanted to see what they would look like from somebody's imagination. I got connected with Chris, and for the last couple of weeks, I have been blown away and ready to cry because he has sent me pictures of ISIS that has been created. He has been sending me pictures of, I got Bob, we got Absolutely. Bartholomew's coming. Constantine has a new picture. We have Death, who is sassy. But, and I'm getting goosebumps, I had to say yes, my friends. I had to say yes to this vision that was so big and so radical that I couldn't believe it. That I'm saying, okay, I'm going to pay for this prints that I have never seen, from this artist that I just met, to see what he can come up with. And it was powerful. But I had to take a leap of faith. Wanted to do taking the books out to the new realm. I wanted to do a collection, so I wanted to do bags. I bought a heat press. By the way, I've never owned a heat press in my life. I had to read the instructions 10 times. Bags are out. We're doing glasses. I have Mandy is doing soaps for us. We have the amazing, beautiful collection is doing candles. All these things are coming together because I had a dream and I had an idea that was so big and so confusing that I had no idea how to put it together. No idea how any of this was going to happen. But I believed. I believed this dream was going to happen. And the how and where and when was going to come together eventually. Why? Because here's the reality for all of us, my friends. If you have no idea what you're doing, the Lord is never going to give you an idea that He's not going to give you the resources how to do it. You just have to take the leap of faith and step out there. Take it. Because He's going to find the next step. It's not going to give you the blueprints ahead of time. You're not going to have the 5 steps for world domination and how to get rich. It's not going to happen. You just need one step. And that one step saying, yes, Chris, can we meet? Yes, Andy, can you make some candles? Can you make some soaps? Yes. Can we get t-shirts made? So Megan is making t-shirts. I have people making soaps. I have people making candles. I have people doing pictures. I have people creating a vision that I've been trying to do for 2 years. But I was so afraid and I was so overwhelmed that I didn't know every single steps, that I didn't let the vision grow. I literally have killed it. It was stillborn before even the thing had died. But here's what happens with our passions. Here's the thing that we all have to be aware. They're not going to go away. As much as you're trying to bury them down, as much as you want to push it, they're not going to go away. They're going to keep you up at night. They're going to buffalo you. They're going to stuff you. They're going to be the ones poking you in the side. And you're going, please, just leave me be. They're not. And unless you let them come to life and unless you let them thrive, they're going to keep keeping you at night. So, taking dreams and taking steps, I have no idea what's going to happen with this. Actually, I take it back. It's going to be fabulous. I hope you prepare. So we're going to be doing tons of magical things because I'm thrilled and excited, as you guys can tell. And if my passion is not contagious and I'm not passionate enough, we're going to work on that. So Christmas in July is coming in for the first time ever, which is huge. There's a whole bunch of first times for me. I'm going to be offering a couple bundles. We're going to do a Constantine special. You're going to have a Dare Collection special. I'm going to do a special Facebook Live to give you a books reveal because it's going to be fabulous, where all these things come together. Why? Because I want to give you a Christmas present that is going to blow your mind. Or you can give a Christmas present to your friend that's going to blow your mind. But it's a dream. It's an idea. Is it going to succeed? No clue. Is anybody going to like it? Doesn't matter. Is it going to make a difference? It makes me smile. And it makes me want to do it. It makes me want to create and be excited about it. Because at the end of the day, that's what life is all about, my friends. Today was all about, do your dreams speak to you? Do you have a dream that scares you so bad that you don't know where to start? If you do, my friend, congratulations. Step 1 to living your life. Your dreams have to be big. Let them be big. Your dreams have to scare you a bit that you're going, what do I need? And Miss Thelma, thank you for joining us this week. I'm living this, honey. I'm living this power of trying to transform lives, and I'm doing it with you. So today was kind of raw. Today was a little bit out there. Today is me sharing a lot of this stuff that makes me smile. Because for the last year, we have been talking about what to do, how to do, and I'm giving you some tips. Today was the day that I truly wanted to tell you that I'm doing this with you, that you're not in this alone. You're not creating and dreaming by yourself. I'm right here with you. And if I'm going to motivate you, if I'm going to push you, and if I'm going to tell you to do it, trust me, I'm going to do it with you. I'm not going to let you walk this path by yourself. And I want you to know that you can. That dream is so big and so absolutely insane that it's going to be magical. That you are meant for greatness, my friends. You are meant to live your best life now. You are meant to do and be everything you dream of, that what you have been told before does not truly matter, that the past is gone. And I'm sorry, we can spend all days and hours trying to think about it, trying to dwell on it, trying to be afraid, and it's not going to happen. Guess what? It's not coming back. So let go of the past. Let go of the titles that people have put on you. Let go of the labels they have claimed. The only labels that matter is the labels you put for yourself. Let go of the fears. Let go of that insecurity that says, I'm not good enough. You're as good as you want to be and better. I am thrilled you guys are joining. I'm thrilled that you guys are posting. And Doug, my friend, I am amazing because I have friends like you. I am here because I have believers like you. I am here because I truly love what I do. And yes, I am going to be talking to you guys about this insane little girl with the muscle. Eventually we might have two on the other arm, but we'll talk about that later. So we're going to continue on this path. We're going to continue to truly show you guys that it is okay to trip and fall. It is okay to do crazy things, but above all, it is okay to dream, follow your dreams, and live that life. So my friends, it has been super, super amazing. Please go enjoy the holiday because it's beautiful. It is an accomplishment. It is us living our best life, believe it or not, as a country. It is going to be incredible. I'll be back in 2 weeks, and I'll be back and I'll work on my technical difficulties. We're going to have a special guest because in 2 weeks for us is going to be another holiday. It is going to be 4th of July weekend, so I hope you guys are ready for the holiday. We're going to be doing financial independence, so why not? Because remember, we're all living our dreams, and some of the things that comes with living your dream is making sure you're secure, is making sure that you're living to the best potential life, is making sure that your finances are just in great standing as your dreams are. So I have Mr. Steven Seals joining us, who is a dear friend. And yes, he's on my list of people to call because I'll be making an appointment as well, because it's about saying yes to things. It is all about getting your finances secure, because it's in order to live your life to the best of your potential, there's some things that have to be taken care of. Your body, so go ahead and work out. Your spiritual development, take care of your soul and your spirit. Your mind, and then your security. You have to be secure. You have to be financially independent. You have to be comfortable. Because no matter how much time I tell you to dream, if you're still trying to figure out how to pay the bills, dream is not going to come. You might have to tell Maslow that. The first thing we have to do is be secure, be in a place that we're comfortable, make sure we're taking care of ourselves. You can't take care of others if you're not taking care of yourself. So Steven's going to join us in 2 weeks. We're going to do a financial independence to celebrate the United States Independence Day. So come and have a blast. I'll continue to give you quick little updates on if I happen to survive Miss Sandy's amazing workout. She's looking for clients. If you're in the Texarkana area, I'll hook you up with her because you need some workout in your life. And my friends, I am thrilled. I am so happy to be part of this community with you. I'm so happy you guys are joining me. And if you need somebody to tell you, I believe in you. I believe in your dreams. I believe you are meant for greatness. And I want you to take that leap of faith. And if your dreams scare you, good. They should. That's how it's supposed to be. So I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Come back and have an amazing day. Bye, everyone.